follow up on a lot of things, but one real important thing that I think is a good talking point, and I don't know the exact numbers, and I'm hoping you do, but there's a number out there from the National Association of Realtors that says something to the effect of a home sale purchase generates about $50,000 directly into the economy, and a new build purchase is something like $62,000 of, the real estate brokers make their fees, mortgage brokers, but then people go to Home Depot and get blinds, painters. Am I close to those numbers?
I can't tell you that I've taken the economic impact piece that we have in your packet and broken it down to that level.
Okay.
But it is using the exact same principle you're talking about. What this study does, this is a national study that all of our local tax data and income data is built into this this logarithm of stuff that I couldn't tell you. I have the executive summary and I have the full report, and with all the mathematician stuff, I don't understand it. I know the executive summary very easily, but it takes into account all of those things, but I've never seen it broken down by each sale does this.
I have it. I'll try to find it. Maybe we can get it sent out. It's really good information to know if you're talking to, builders, elected officials, or anyone. Technology, Beth. What technologies, are you using? You see up and coming?
Well, I think we can all get a little crazy with technology because it's out there, but it's real. It's there. Our clients are using it, so we need to. For us and on our team and a lot of the agents at our office, one of the things that has made a huge difference is the fact that we've got our own mobile app. Now, there's wonderful apps out there, MIBOR apps. I mean, everybody is on their phone. I mean, I'm sure all of us have been getting offers from agents, and it looks like everything was done on the phone. So I think just staying up to speed on that. I think there's, now I'm fortunate enough, I'll be going off to a convention next week, and there's lots of segments on technology, so I'll be anxious to see if there's anything that we should really be zeroing in on. But I know video has been very strong. People storybook telling their listings on high-end listings. So we'll probably look at some of that when we get back into that high-end market. That's one area.
Janet?
Well, first I would say the iPad is probably the biggest technology to impact our market, both from our clients' standpoint and from ourselves. The statistics are that more people are using their mobile device, which would include an iPad, to search on the internet than they actually do with a laptop or a desktop computer. So obviously everything that you do needs to be mobile visible or mobile able to be used mobilely. MIBOR is looking at new listing vendors or listing service vendors, and I know that's one of the criteria that we're really looking for in that new vendor is something that is much more easily accomplished on a mobile device, both from a consumer standpoint and from our standpoint as an agent. I also think, whatever we can do to go paperless is a great opportunity, and I try and use that as much as I can. So including our forms, paperless, obviously digital signatures are a fabulous thing and a time-saving thing for us. We can do the transactions that we're able to do without using those technologies. I think our consumer uses these. So if we're not comfortable with using the technology, our consumers are going to lose confidence in us. So I would really suggest that make that a priority this year to implement that in your own business.
Yeah, I read a statistic the other day from it was a study with Google and NAR, and it said that 67% of projected home buyers for 2014 use a mobile device while they watch TV. So that's the attention span that we're competing for right now. And the last numbers I looked at from Realtor.com, about over 70% of my listing hits come from a mobile device. the other companies aren't breaking it out right now. Beth?
Well, and just another comment on what you were talking about as far as being paperless and the, electronic signatures. I know last summer when we were into a lot of the multiple offer situation, if we weren't able to do things quickly, it was not in the best interest of our clients. I mean, I've been in the business 20 years and I do remember the days when I even carried a piece of carbon paper that Jerry Tanzel, those of you that know him, said, you should always keep a piece of carbon paper in case you need to make a copy. But now, I mean, we've got to be able to do everything fast. So, did I date myself? Yeah.
Hey, Steve, along the lines of technology, but what are your members telling you that is the hot new technology in construction or homes or that we need to be mindful of?
Well, can I go back real quickly about opportunities? One of the opportunities I think we really do need to have collectively a conversation about as MIBOR and Baggy is how can we get contract sales on the BLC so comps improve? That is an ongoing battle that we have both on your side of the table and our side of the table of in the new construction world, that a contract that gets sold doesn't hit the BLC, so when that appraiser does that search, we're not getting comps that are accurate or right. So that's one opportunity I think we really need to work on. Just so you know, Steve Sullivan and I have a group of your peers and builders that are meeting on a regular basis and talking about that, but there are some hurdles that the black and white rules of the BLC kind of make it a little bit harder. So we just need to figure out how to think outside the box and make that happen. So I need to get back to that opportunity. As it relates to things that are going on, technologies we're using in the industry, we're still trying to figure out what those things are. Builders and the industry is a very conservative industry. It's a lot of people who their mom or dad build houses and their grandma or grandpa build houses and they build houses, and I'm going to do it the same way. So there's probably guys that I represent that I run around with that paper, what was that stuff you were talking about? Carbon. In their trucks. So I say that in tongue in cheek, but we are very slow to react as an industry. So from my perspective, what we are using, we're starting to see some iPads on the job site. We're starting to see some of those things happen. But really what we're trying to force on the association side is bring our members along with the website that we have where you can go search for homes, where the consumer can go search for homes that are available. Different than the BLC, where they can find those models and go out and look at those model homes. So we're not trying to compete against the BLC, but add a different dimension to the BLC or to that search for the consumer. We are also trying to work in that social media. What is tweeting or Twitters or what? I mean, and I say that again, tongue in cheek, but that's really what we're trying to do is force our members into that world so we can react better to those marketplaces. In the home itself, the trend. The trend is automating everything. That's really what everybody wants to see happen. Those commercials are catching everyone's attention. I had my 15-year-old son the other day watch one of those commercials where somebody remotely turned off their water, and he looked at me because I'm in the industry, I know it all. Can you really do that? I don't know, but it looked cool. So I think that's really where we're headed.
Great.